Hey iPrevent listeners, we're nearing the end of Pride Month, but it's still important that we acknowledge and celebrate it. Today, many people see Pride as a time when people celebrate their different genders and sexuality. People are more open and free with their bodies. Flamboyant rainbow color schemes are seen in every direction. And this is all very true, but Pride Month has a deep history. Little known fact, it hasn't always been as pretty as rainbow unicorns. Prior to the 1970s, and arguably still to this day, being lesbian, gay, trans, or queer did not come with a life of comfortability. Outwardly, being such was highly condemned throughout the country, including places like New York City, where solicitation of same-sex relations was illegal and there was a criminal statute that allowed police to arrest people wearing less than 3 gender-appropriate articles of clothing. Because of this, gay bars and clubs were places of refuge for the LGBT community, except when the alcohol raids were done so with the argument that the gathering of homosexuals was disorderly. After a popular venue named Stonewall Inn was raided by police and patrons were harassed, manhandled, and arrested, the Stonewall riots began and lasted for days.
I don't want to see no song.
This Stonewall uprising and friction from many other unjust events throughout the country influenced a series of political demonstrations which over time turned into parades that both celebrated the uniqueness that comes with the LGBTQ community and the political and social inequalities faced by those who identify as such. So there you have it, the birth of Pride. To honor Pride Month, iPrevent wants to give you a few nuggets of knowledge. 1. You should know what LGBTQIA+ means. It is an ever-expanding acronym for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual. 2. Respect pronouns. He, him, his. She, her, hers. They, them, theirs. And many more. For example, my name is Lolly, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. If you're really unsure, learn people's names and use them instead of pronouns. 3. It's important to understand how to be an ally to your LGBTQIA+ friend and community members. Defend their rights to live a healthy, happy life. Show up as an ally. So why is Pride so important in New Orleans? Here in Louisiana, the state laws can make the LGBTQIA+ community feel unsafe. There are anti-LGBTQIA+ school laws, including Don't Say Gay laws, that restrict teachers and staff from talking about LGBTQIA+ issues and people. Although this is meant mostly for hindering any discussion of same-sex relationships within sex education programming, it's often expanded in curriculum and rules for events, programs, and extracurricular activities. This leaves the young LGBTQIA+ community isolated from expressing their true selves. Additionally, there are no anti-bullying or non-discrimination laws for the community. Louisiana is also a state that allows for gay and trans panic defenses. These are legal strategies which, according to the American Bar Association, seek to partially or completely excuse crimes such as murder and assault on the grounds that the victim's sexual orientation or gender identity is to blame for the defendant's violent reaction. These defenses are based on irrational fears and prejudice towards LGBT people, and they imply that violence against LGBT people is acceptable or understandable under certain conditions. So, where are the safe spaces for LGBTQIA+ youth in New Orleans? One is the LGBT Center of New Orleans. The LGBT Community Center of New Orleans is proud to have a new, fully accessible community meeting space at 2727 South Broad Street. You can book the space for your LGBTQIA inclusive events and meetings. Another place is Breakout. Breakout has a youth drop-in space and office where they hold weekly meetings and events. The space is typically open Monday and Tuesday from 10 to 6 p.m., Wednesday 1 to 6 p.m., and Thursday and Friday 10 to 6 p.m. And that's at 4327 Canal Street in New Orleans. You can call them at 504-252-9025. And last but definitely not least, iPrevent is proud to stand as an organizational ally. Not only was Odyssey House at NOLA Pride, and iPrevent represented well, I might add. Odyssey House Louisiana also has a health clinic and programs for all community members that are LGBTQIA+ inclusive. To schedule an appointment at our clinic, call 504-820-9211. iPrevent also has several events and monthly educational interventions that are always LGBTQIA+ inclusive. To get more information about our prevention programs, including iPrevent, and others like Revive Survive, contact Helena Likai at hlikaj@ohlinc.org. Happy Pride Month!
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook at iPreventOHL and Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at iPrevent_OHL.
Signing off, but never stopping our work at iPrevent.
Thanks for listening to
iPrevent Radio. Don't forget to download our app. It's now available and free for Androids and iPhones. Just go to the Google Store or the App Store and search iPrevent OHL.